If you're like me and you love Catherine Paula inks and heat embossing, then you are going to really enjoy this YouTube hop where we're celebrating Catherine Paula designs and her fabulous powders. You'll find a lot of fun inspiration on this hop, so make sure you follow along. I'm Verity and welcome to my channel, Pretty Little Button, where I make YouTube channel tutorials for the everyday crafter. So as I said, this is a thank you hop to celebrate Catherine Paula designs and her fabulous powders. So I'm using 3 of her powders here. These are from the Forever 13 trio, and this has a beautiful purple, pink and teal. So the first one is Great Crush, which is a beautiful purple and it's got some embossing glitter in it as well. And these will all pair with her inks as well, so she's got a Great Crush ink. Then there's Be Mine, which is a beautiful pink. Again, got some lovely embossing glitter in it, both fine and chunky. And then the last colour is All That Jazz, which is a beautiful teal aqua. Now I am going to use these powders with a cover plate die, and this is the quilted cover plate die from Catherine Paula Designs, released this year. And I'm going to then use my heat embossing and do a bit of selective heat embossing to emphasise the design on this cover plate die. Now to do that, I need to mask off the areas to heat emboss in different colours. I'm not going to heat emboss all in one colour. So to do this quite easily and simply and quite cheaply, just using some post-it notes that I've got in my drawer, just to mask off an area I want to apply ink and protect the areas that I don't want the ink to go onto. As I said, this is a really quick and easy way to do, but you could also use some paper and repositionable tape if you haven't got any post-it notes to hand. So once I'm then masked off the area, I'm going to use my Wow Clear Ultra Slow Drying Embossing ink and smoosh it down over the area to transfer the ink. So the first embossing powder I'm going to use out the trio is the All That Jazz, which is that beautiful teal. And as it's got embossing glitter in it as well, it is best to heat set from underneath. This will melt the powder and then allow it to trap the glitter so it doesn't blow off. You can then obviously heat from the front afterwards, but it's always best to do it from behind. And I do this a couple of times to give it several layers to intensify the colour and the amount of glitter that's present. Once I've done that area, I'm then going to move my post-it notes and mask off another area. So I'm trying to make like a diamond shape out of this quilted cover plate die. And then I'm going to, again, transfer my ink, smoosh my pad down and cover it with the next colour of embossing glitter. So this is Great Crush. Now my embossing pad was drying out a little bit, so I didn't get the best coverage of ink, and that's why it's a little bit patchy here. So I do go and do several layers just to intensify the colour, having re-inked my ink pad. Now I did start heating this from behind, but finished it off by then going over the front with my heat gun. And then I masked off some additional areas towards the corners, and to cover this with the Be Mine embossing glitter, which is that lovely, lovely pink. Again, heating from behind and then going over the front just to ensure it all has melted. I just used my liquid adhesive to then add some glue to the back of the panel and adhered this onto a white card base. As I mentioned, this is part of a YouTube hop, so thank you for joining in. If you want to carry on the hop, just make sure that you check out the description box below. You'll find the link to the next video in the top of the box. If you're new here, why not think about subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you won't miss any of my next videos. As part of the hop, we are giving away $25 gift card to Wow Embossing Powder, so just make sure you comment along. The more you comment, the more chance you have of winning. It is open internationally and the hop will close on the 19th of March. Wow will announce the winners over on their blog and social media accounts. I kept it quite simple because it's got all that glitter and bling that's shining on that card and all that colour and design by just adding a simple layered die cut using the Bestie die from Catherine Paula Designs with an additional stamp sentiment in All That Jazz that comes from a stamp set from Catherine Paula Designs. For 10% discount at the Wow Embossing Powder shop, just use the code you can see on screen. Until next time, happy crafting!